Hello everyone and welcome back MMA News Channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. He ought to be cut from the UFC. Geniuses respond to Bryce Mitchell supportive of Hitler remarks. Bryce Mitchell got individuals in the MMA people group talking, including UFC chief Dana White and his kinder contenders all through the association. On the presentation episode of his web recording, Mitchell made on a fuss guaranteeing that through his exploration, Adolf Hitler was a hero and that the Holocaust wasn't genuine. White denounced Mitchell's remarks following Thursday's power slap occasion, referring to Mitchell's words as past nauseating. In a subsequent inquiry, White expressed that there would be no discipline for Mitchell because of free discourse. Mitchell, who took out Kron Gracie at UFC 310 in his latest appearance in December, presently can't seem to give an assertion or remark concerning the kickback. However, that didn't stop individual UFC contenders like Conor McGregor, Strickland, Paulo Costa, and a lot more from responding to the circumstance. Dana White censures Bryce Mitchell's remarks on Hitler and the Holocaust. What he expressed was past sickening. UFC President Dana White has denounced remarks made by Bryce Mitchell on his digital broadcast, where he shielded Adolf Hitler and rejected that the Holocaust occurred. The UFC featherweight went on a hostile criticism on his web recording where he guaranteed Hitler was a hero in light of my own examination and that he battled for his country. He needed to purge it by throwing the voracious Jews out that were obliterating his nation and transforming them all into gays. Mitchell likewise denied the Holocaust, saying, "There's no conceivable way they might have consumed and incinerated 6 million bodies. You will understand the Holocaust ain't genuine." After the digital broadcast became a web sensation for the despicable remarks, White gave an assertion to MMA battling tending to Mitchell's conduct following a power slap occasion in Saudi Arabia on Thursday. "I've heard a great deal of moronic and oblivious poo said throughout the long term. However, this is likely the most obviously terrible," White said. "Most importantly, when you discuss Hitler, he was answerable for the demise of 6 million Jews, and it was his expectation to wipe out the Jewish nation totally. What's more, that is a person you could need to go fishing with. Furthermore, contemplate this. When you take a gander at World War II, it was the deadliest conflict in mankind's set of experiences. Completely. You're discussing a conflict that brought about 15 million military passings and 45 million regular citizen passings. That does exclude essentially another 25 million warriors that were injured. Second of all, Hitler is one of the most incredibly sickening and malicious individuals to at any point walk the earth, and anybody that even attempts to take a contradicting position is a nitwit. That is the issue with the web and virtual entertainment. You give a stage to a great deal of stupid and uninformed individuals. We contacted Bryce quickly when we read what he said, and let him know precisely the way that we had an outlook on it. Yet, what he expressed was past nauseating, and he really wants genuine schooling on the realities encompassing Hitler and World War II. However, White firmly denounced Mitchell's remarks. The one-time extreme contender won't deal with any repercussion from the advancement. That is the delightful thing about this business. For every one of you that disdain Bryce Mitchell, you get to see him ideally get his, but outshone on worldwide TV, White said. What do you believe I should say regarding it? You know where I'm with free discourse. We're disturbed by it. I believe he's in a real sense quite possibly of the stupidest person. We should not fail to remember this is a person that took a drill through his nutsack, then needed to switch it and pull the drill back out. That is the degree of inept that we're discussing. I could likely happen for 10 minutes discussing how stupid Bryce Mitchell is nevertheless prepared to be blown away. Bryce Mitchell has a digital broadcast. What a method for beginning. The fact that we live in now makes it the world. Idiotic individuals. Individuals who are truly inept and truly oblivious can have a voice. We don't need to. Derry responds with NSFW message for Conor McGregor following his troublesome comments on Irish personality. Conor McGregor has been censured by sports stars and Derry after he sent off an exclamation-loaded outburst at Paul Hughes after his Bellator 277 loss to Usman Nurmagomedov. A disputable sign has jumped up in Derry, guiding a striking message to people in general in regards to Conor McGregor. The MMA contender started shock across Derry following his remarks on Paul Hughes' Irish personality and his utilization of the Irish banner during battle doorways. Hughes caused some disruption McGregor's after a nearby loss to Usman Nurmagomedov for the Bellator lightweight title last end of the week, where he made it clear to Khabib Nurmagomedov, Usman's cousin and McGregor's known enemy, that he was a free figure, limiting any association with McGregor's shadow. McGregor's reaction was quick and serious, taking to web-based entertainment with a blast of put-downs, saying, "Get that banner off, you understand what you are see." From up there, which was before long followed by up the genuine Irish F. These vermin F. Both slanderous posts have since been eliminated. Brandishing figures, for example, James McLean and Joe Brawley have openly upheld Hughes, considering McGregor's cruel words, supporting nearby sponsorship for the Derry-conceived MMA star, reports the Irish Mirror. The sign put on Priest Road transparently derides McGregor, expressing, "Stroll on in the event that you like McGregor. P.S. He's a W*********** because of the contention." Hughes talked about his perspectives on the Ariel Helwani MMA show, taking note of his indifference with regards to McGregor's comments. "I wasn't outraged in any way. Many individuals in Ireland, particularly in Northern Ireland, would be profoundly irritated by the things he said." The contender wasn't flustered by the affront, expressing, "Yet I'm not outraged and didn't think about it literally on the grounds that it appears as though it's one more day in his life of tweeting franticness. Just like I saw that and thought, I can't completely accept that he expressed this about me. I believe it's simply one more day in the life for him. I don't hold that much weight to what he says any longer, which is somewhat of something miserable, yet that is the truth of how I felt. Truth be told, I sort of snickered at it when I saw it. At first I was like, don't come at my character, that is ludicrous. However, at that point, I was simply thinking this person is on one, and I couldn't care less. I've generally paid Conor reverence at each and open door. I'll continuously say that he's the best to at any point make it happen. I generally trust that. Be that as it may, truly it didn't actually annoy me from coming from him. I simply don't hold that much weight to what he says any longer. I sort of recently started to understand while looking over Twitter prior to coming on here, likely not the smartest thought, that it's presumably perhaps of the absolute worst point you could make to an individual Irishman, as far as how profoundly offending it very well may be. As I say, I don't take it profoundly private. However, individuals from my area absolutely will. Where I come from, Derry, has an extremely wild history, and it would be staggeringly offending to say we are not Irish. Yet, I'll not get into history. Dana White responds to GFL marking various ex-UFC champions, resign warriors to fabricate new advancement. Dana White has taken on a contentious position with various MMA associations in the past. At whatever point someone chooses to do battle with the UFC, however, that doesn't appear to be the situation with the GFL. The Worldwide Battle Association, another group-based advancement that has marked many striking warriors, including a few ex-UFC support, and, surprisingly, a couple of competitors emerging from retirement to contend there, is planning to send off in April with aggressive designs for what's in store. While GFL hasn't inked any sort of transmission bargain yet, the association has been marking contenders, with most extolling the liberal paydays being proposed to them. However much White has no issue terminating back at advertisers training in on the UFC, he doesn't see a need to do that for the GFL, and he's really trusting this all turns out for the warriors in question.